The history of humanity is replete with countless tales, stories, and mysteries. However, for good reasons, ancient Egypt stands out as one of the fascinating eras. The period is shrouded in numerous enigmas and secrets that baffle archaeologists and researchers even today, hundreds and thousands of years later. The massive pyramids, hidden tombs, and crypts are just a few examples. While studying these fascinating subjects, archaeologists often stumble upon surprising discoveries that leave them astonished. Once again, they encounter a hidden room that raises many questions. If you want to know what the archaeologists have discovered this time, you're in the right place. Welcome back to our channel, your go-to source for learning about ancient archaeological findings. Today, we will discuss the discovery of a spooky 4,500-year-old hidden room in Egypt. But before we begin, here's a question for you to answer at the end of the video. Papyrus was used as early as what? Write your answer in the comments section and see if you got it right. Let's dive into the discovery itself. The Wadi Al Jarf site is located south of the mouth of Wadi Araba, 24 kilometers south of Zaffarana, in South Galala, near the well-known St. Paul Monastery. The place was first discovered in 1823 by British explorer Sir John Gardner Wilkinson, and later in the 1950s by French-Swiss canal pilots François Basset and René Chabot-Morisseau. The French archaeologists rediscovered the site in the late 2000s based on information provided by previous visitors. The site spans over 6 kilometers from east to west, from the rocky foothills of the eastern desert mountains to the Red Sea coast. It comprises various components, including a system of storage galleries comparable to those recently discovered on the Red Sea's other two known pharaonic harbors, Iron Circular and Mersa Goasis. The complex is significantly more developed than the other sites, with 30 galleries. 17 are arranged in a radial pattern around a small rocky hillock, while 9 others, and likely many more buried in the sand, are dug into the side of a small north-south wadi. They are approximately 20 meters long, 3 meters wide, and 2 meters high, on average, but can sometimes extend to more than 30 meters. Old Kingdom camps are located further east in the last of the limestone hills, overlooking the vast coastal plain bordering the Red Sea. At this location, the most developed center has several stone insulations surrounded by a long north-south wall that controls access to the complex, with a natural drain to the east. A final installation complex is located on the coast itself. During low tide, an L-shaped jetty can be seen here, largely underwater, except for the extremity of the east-west branch, anchored to the shore. This jetty begins on the beach and extends underwater to the east for nearly 200 meters. Before the harbor excavation, visible traces of walls and a boat anchor were observed on the surface. However, a systematic search of about 1,000 square meters uncovered 2 successive occupations dating back to the beginning of the 4th dynasty, 2600 to 2550 BC. The older occupation comprised 2 massive stone structures measuring 30 meters long and 8 to 12 meters wide. These structures were built parallel along a north-south axis, with internal spaces protected from prevailing winds and erosion risk. A deposit of 99 stone boat anchors was discovered between these 2 structures. Some of these anchors still had remnants of ropes tied to them, and many were inscribed with red ink with the name of the boat to which they originally belonged. A remarkable discovery was also made in 2015 when the landing section of the pier was found. It was constructed on its northern side with limestone pebbles in slightly concave areas of about 5 meters, whose angles were systematically fitted with larger chain blocks. The inner part of the pier was composed of smaller stones carefully compacted with yellow clay. Around 17 of the 30 storage galleries in the complex have been completely cleared. 3 contain nearly undisturbed deposits of dozens of sizable locally made storage jars, most likely used as water containers. These jars were frequently inscribed with the names of the work teams to which they belonged. Other excavated galleries appear to have been used to store dismantled boats between 2 Red Sea expeditions. Unfortunately, very few remains of the original deposits were found, as they seem to have been completely removed in antiquity. During the excavation, we found evidence of large boats stored in the caves, including hundreds of pieces of wood fragments and rope sections. The final closure of the galleries required a significant effort during the site's last phase of occupation, as large limestone blocks weighing several tons were used, many of which had red ink control marks dating back to Khufu's reign. One team mentioned in the markings was associated with the king's birth name, giving the impression that one of the boats stored in the galleries may have been equipped with royal symbols at its prow. Additionally, during the excavation of galleries G1 and G2, hundreds of papyrus fragments dating back to Khufu's reign were discovered, making it the oldest papyrus archive ever found in Egypt. This archive appears to be from a sailing team. It contains records of daily and monthly food deliveries from various sectors and descriptions of the transportation of stone blocks along the Nile and connected canals to the pyramid construction site known as the Horizon of Khufu. The discovery is remarkable and expands our understanding of the well-structured and operational nature of the Egyptian administration during the Old Kingdom. This is all for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If yes, then like the video and share it with your loved ones. And remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you can get every new video of our channel. We see you in the next video.